for help they did in your meditation and slowly open it. We are at the end of Bhagavad Gita, wherein Krishna said, Nishkarma Siddhi is the ideal. How could it be? We have a small role in the life that we are born to play. It could be the role of Ravana, or it could be the role of Duryodhana, or Yudhishthira, Bhishma, and so on. When we play the role, we do all that with full sincerity. After the role, we detach from that role. One who plays Rama in the Ramayana, when his act is over, he doesn't have the ego that I did it. It happened. So with each one of us, a Mahabharata is going on, a Ramayana is going on, where we have been playing a small role until we depart from this role. So that is why Krishna asks us to detach ourselves. Asakti buddhi sarvatra jitatma vigita praha naishkarma siddhim. That is the greatest word that you saw. That is, he will get the siddhi of doing everything, offering it back to God, not having the ownership of it. That's over. He completed. And then he told us, in three of the shlokas, the greatest shlokas of the last advice of Krishna to Arjuna and to each one of us, Buddhya Vishuddhaya Yukto Dhrityatmanam Niyamya Shabdadin Vishayam Stektva Ragadvesha Vidasya. That is to say, having clear thought about things which Krishna has said to Arjuna and to us, having controlled our mind and senses, not attached to our indriyas much, having won over the ragadvesha, the desires and angers, a man must be vivikta sevi. Alone in the group he is. We were born alone. We die alone. Nobody will accompany us when we were born, when we will die. In the middle, we came across many people. And we had a relation as father, mother, son, wife, and so on and so forth. But that was a play that you had to play. So be vivikta sevi means try to be in isolation, try to be alone, and eat less. That's the greatest advice Krishna gave Arjuna, who had to fight the war. The secret of highest health happens to be that where you eat what your body can digest, not beyond. What your body needs, not beyond. Vivikta sevi yatha vakaya mansa. Kaya vacha manasa. These are the words that we use in Kannada. A man must be pure. And depending on Dhyana Yoga, wherein we try to lose our ego and get one with that which is expressing in every living being, that Atman which expresses in every living is the Atman that is expressing in me and you also. And he ultimately has to control ahankara, bala, darpa, kama, krodha, parigraha. These are the 6 enemies of human beings, of a man or a woman. At least understand them, try to control them. When it happens, he is near Brahman. I am repeating those shlokas which I did yesterday again because they are the greatest shlokas of Bhagavad Gita for a man as to what he ought to do to be a liberated soul. And we go to the next one. Brahma Bhutaha Prasannatma. So such man who has practiced what he said in the 3 shlokas earlier, 51, 52, 53, that man is Brahma Bhuta. He is one with Brahma. He is that which he is searching for. Prasannatma. That's a beautiful word. Always very pleasant looking. Prasannatma. Happy with whatever he has. Even if he has to go hungry, he is happily hungry. Because God, you have made me, you have kept me hungry today. So happy that this is your prasad. So, Prasannatma, what is his nature? Two great words next to that you see. Na shochati na kankshati. Underline that. Na shochati doesn't worry about anything, doesn't desire for anything. Two greatest. Na shochati na kankshati. Not worried, not having desire for anything. That is 54th shloka of 18th chapter. Sir Chandrapa Gaudru, you have been searching for this shloka. 54 of 18th chapter. Brahma Bhuta, one with that Brahman. Brahman is Atman itself and it is in the body, it is called Prasannatma. Beautiful the word it is. A happy man, not a man who would die with, no, I did not have this, I did not have this, I did not have this. No desire left at the time of death. As he taught in the 8th chapter, he could die with the mantra which Krishna advised him. Om ityeka aksharam brahman vyaharan ma manusmaran yaprayati tajandeham sayati paramam gatim. He could leave the body saying Om, surrendering himself to cosmic consciousness and getting merged back into him. Prasannatma, na shochati na kankshati. Two beautiful words. Not worried about anything, not desiring anything. A happy man. Krishna wants us to be happy men with all our responsibilities that we are in. You are a player here, play your role well. Play your role without being attached. How is possible? How is it possible? Offer all that you have done to me. And whatever comes as Yagnashishta, just enjoy. That is what he has said. Na shochati na kankshati samasarveshu bhuteshu. He is equal with all living beings. If I am the expression of Brahma, or Atman is the expression of that Brahma, all things that I see around is nothing but the expression of the same cosmic consciousness. Samasarveshu bhuteshu. Therefore, he doesn't consider himself inferior or superior to any. All are equal to him, all are expressions of that cosmic consciousness. Such man, mad bhakti labate param. Such man will have the highest bhakti for me. There is one question discussed. Different people say differently. What does Bhagavad Gita ultimately teach? Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, what it is? Neither of them in full. A life is a mixture of karma, bhakti and jnana. You cannot separate one from the other. So it is a beautiful, as we are all mixture of sattva, rajas and tamas, as he said in the chapter 14, life is also a mixture of karma, bhakti and jnana. Samasarveshu bhuteshu mad bhaktim labate param. He is equal with all living beings. That man will have the highest bhakti in me. That man lives for me. That man lives for God. That man lives for Brahma. That man is a happy man who does all his job and offers it back. And ultimately, relaxed he lives, relaxed he dies. Brahma Bhutaha, you can underline that shloka, one of the beautiful shlokas. Brahma Bhutaha, become Brahma. He has become Brahman himself. Prasannatma. No regret for anything that did not happen in his life. and no overjoy for anything that he could manage in his life. Prasannatma he is na shochati na kankshati. Those two are the most beautiful words. Na shochati, not worried about anything. Na kankshati, not desirous of anything. Perfectly satisfied. Before Praksharira Vimokshana, there was one word which you did underline in the, I think, fourth or fifth shloka. If it could happen before we die, that's the greatest thing. Prak Sharira Vimokshana. Before we leave the body, if we can get this feeling, the greatest it is, Samas Sarveshu Bhuteshu Mad Bhaktim Labhate Param. So that man will have the highest bhakti in me when he sees everything as the expression of the same cosmic consciousness. One of the greatest shlokas, almost at the end of the advice that Krishna has been giving to Arjuna, let us recite. Brahmabhuta prasannatma
Brahmabhuta prasannatma
na shochati na kankshati
na shochati na kankshati
tamas sarveshu bhuteshu
tamas sarveshu bhuteshu
madbhaktim labhate param.
madbhaktim labhate param.
Brahmabhuta prasannatma
Brahmabhuta prasannatma
na shochati na kankshati
na shochati na kankshati
tamas sarveshu bhuteshu
tamas sarveshu bhuteshu
madbhaktim labhate param.
madbhaktim labhate param.
I think you have underlined that one. Go to the next one. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavanyasyapi tattvataha. That is why I say, even if you listen to thousand speech on Bhagavad Gita, you will understand Bhagavad Gita only when you go through each shloka, what it does to you, what it tells you, when you understand it. Bhaktya mam abhijanati. As he said in Bhakti in the earlier shloka, 54th shloka, from that bhakti, he knows me as I am. Yavanyasmi tattvataha. He knows me as I really am. As I am expressing myself in this universe, in the form of the entire universe. Living, non-living and the entire thing. It is his expression that we see in front. Bhaktya mam abhijanati. From that bhakti he knows me, he understands me. Abhijanati means knows me. He knows me with his bhakti. Yavanyasmi tattvataha. That's a beautiful thing. He knows me as I am, theoretically. Tattvataha. Theoretical knowledge first. He knows me as I am, theoretically, in the beginning. And what would happen to the man who knows theoretically in the beginning? Tato mam tattvato jnatva. Having known me theoretically as I am in every living being, Vishate tadanantaram, merges back in me after that. That is the greatest thing, he says, as he said in the last shloka of Sthita Prajna Lakshana, Sthitva syamanta kalepi brahma nirvana mrchati. Having stayed in that stage till the end of his life, he merges back in Brahma. And he is saying it again, that man who has lived a dedicated life, offered everything that he did to God, na shochati na kankshati, has no desire left for satisfying anything, nor any sorrows left in his life. With his bhakti, he understands me as I am. Bhaktya mam abhijan yavanyasmi tattvataha. That's very important. He first understands me theoretically as I am, according to the theory. Tato mam tattvato jnatva. First he knows me what in theory is. Vishate tadanantaram. Beautiful shloka. And he comes back to me later. That is jnana and vijnana. There were two things in the 7th chapter. Knowing first, what we know becoming that is the next one. Jnana is understanding, vijnana is experiencing. So first he understands God as he is, expressing himself in the form of this great cosmic uh, existence, this Vishwa, and then he understands him as he is, and then with his great bhakti, he merges back into that cosmic consciousness. The individual is no more. That is what we call Ramakrishna Paramhamsa, Ramana Maharshi, Siddheshwara Swami, Chandrasekhar Bharati, Raghavendra Swami, whoever you believe in. That is the ultimate end. They don't need to be born again to satisfy any desire, because they were complete before they were dead. So another greatest shloka, Bhaktya Mam Abhijanati. From the greatest bhakti, a man understands me. How? As I am, Yavannasya Tattvataha. As I am, you will understand me. A perfect understanding has come in this man before he leaves his body. Tato mam tattvato jnatva. Look here. Having known in theory first, tato mam tattvato jnatva. Always the theory happens first. Even in your labs, whether it is your physics, chemistry, or whatever you are doing, first it is the theory, what would happen. Then the practicals comes. So first he knows in theory, Vishate tadanantaram, merges back in me after that. So no more individual of that name will remain on earth to be born again and again, merges back in cosmic consciousness, end of the story of a man. That's the end of a story of a life of a perfect man. No more birth again. Sir, you may have a question. We still worship Ramakrishna in the Ramakrishna forum, Ramana in the Ramana forum. Are we good? We say they are liberated, their souls went back to Brahma. How is it possible? If your God is all powerful, Sarvashakta, if he is, he can appear to you in any form you like. Any form, he said this earlier. Yo yo yam tanum bhakta shraddhaya architamichyati tasya achalam shraddham tameva vidadamyam. In whichever shraddha you want to worship me, that I will give you achala shraddha in that form. So if you want to worship him in the form of Ramakrishna, he can come to you in the form of Ramakrishna Paramhamsa, Ramana Maharshi, Chandrasekhar Bharati, whoever you have been worshipping. Or Rama, Shiva, Durga, there is only one consciousness, cosmic consciousness, which can come to you in any form you like. That is what he said. Vishate tadanantaram. And after that he will get back to me. That is the liberation part, the end of the human life. I think we can recite, underline that. Bhaktya mam abhijanati.
Bhaktya mam abhijanati.
Yavanyasya tattvataha.
Yavanyasmi tattvataha.
Tato mam tattvato jnatva.
Tato mam tattvato jnatva.
Vishate tadanantaram.
Vishate tadanantaram.
Bhaktya mam abhijanasi.
Bhaktya mam abhijanati.
Yavanyasya tattvataha.
Yavanyasmi tattvataha.
Tato mam tattvato jnatva.
Tato mam tattvato jnatva.
Vishate tadanantaram.
Vishate tadanantaram.
So first theory and then the practicals. First he knows God as God is, as Krishna said to Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita. Then he merges into that cosmic consciousness at the end. And that almost it is coming to the end. The Krishna's advice is coming to the end. So then what he should do? Sarva karmanyapi sada kurvano madhyapashrayaha. Underline that also. He doesn't work for himself at all. All that he does is to offer as a puja to God. Puja is not only when we sit before a God's idol and do it after our bath. entire life, the duty that you do, the duty for the family, society, and so on, that all things are karmas you do. Sarva karman pisada kurvano mat apashraya. All actions that he has done, he puts back to me. He puts back to me. He offers back to me as yajna. And then this yogi who lives in me offers all that he has done back to me. Madhyapashraya mat prasadadavapnoti. Such man will be blessed by me. What he blesses that individual with? Shashwatam padamavayam. He will become permanent. He will get back, merge back into that cosmic consciousness. That is the Shashwatam Padam Avvayam. Unchanging, permanent, living. Before birth he was there. After death he went there back. No more necessity of being reborn in this world, which has opposites in it, Sukha, Dukkha, and so on and so forth. Sarva karmyanyapi sada kurvano madhyapashraya. Always doing all actions to offer it to myself and mat prasadadam. When he offers me all that he has done to me, I will also bless him mat prasada. That is my anugraha. Prasada is anugraha. With my anugraha, what he gets is Shashwatam Padam Avvayam. Wonderful three words. Shashwatam Padam Avvayam. Highest place. Unending, Avvayam. That he becomes. That is to say, he becomes Brahman once again, from which he came, in which he lived, into which he went back. Into which he went back. Sarva karmanyapi sada kurvano madhyapashraya. He did all karma to offer it back to him because he was taken care of by that cosmic consciousness. And then I bless him with what? Mat prasadadavapnoti. I told you that we can go only up to sattva. Gunatita needs an anugraha from God. You must be waiting for that to happen. If it happens this life, it's okay. If it doesn't happen in this life, it's even then okay. Have only people who have patience can remain in spirituality, not others. Not others. Therefore, mat prasadadavapnoti. My blessing that he will get this one. Which one? Shashwatam Padamu, underline that. He will get the highest place. Shashwata, permanent pada. That is, he will get moksha. He will get liberation. He will get one with that Brahman. He will get one with that cosmic consciousness, Vishwarupa or Vishnu or what Shiva or Durgi, whoever you have been worshipping, he will merge back in that cosmic consciousness. That's the end of a man's life. That is a perfect life. I think we can recite. Sarva karmanyapi sada
सर्वकर्माण्यपि सदा
kurvano madhyapashrayah
कुर्वाणो मद्व्यपाश्रयः
matprasadadavapnoti
मत्प्रसादावदवाप्नोति
shashwatam padamavyayam
शाश्वतं पदमव्ययम्
sarvakarmanyapi sada
सर्वकर्माण्यपि सदा
kurvano madhyapashrayah
कुर्वाणो मद्व्यपाश्रयः
matprasadadavapnoti
मत्प्रसादादवाप्नोति
shashwatam padamavyayam.
शाश्वतं पदमव्ययम्.
And then Krishna doesn't leave anything for confusion. Chetasa sarva karmani maisanyasya matparaha. Willfully you offer all that you have done to me, thinking of me. Chetasa sarva karmani. And renounce all things unto me. Buddhi yogam upasritya matchitta satatam bhava. Depending on your buddhi, have always me in your mind. Matchitta satatam bhava. Continuously try to be in me. Continuously try to be in me with all your willfulness. Chetasa sarva karmani my sanyasya matparaha. Offer all that you have done back to me. And having controlling your mind, having depending on your buddhi yoga, machitta satatam bhava. This he has said many times. What would happen if we become machitta satatam bhava? Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvancha mai pashyati. That was the 30th sloka of 6th chapter. One who sees me will be seen every time by me. This you can try and experiment in your life. This is not something that you can't do. You will definitely have the grace of God, and you will see Him helping you in different form, coming to you in different as different human beings sometimes in your life. Maybe you don't recognize that it was God's grace that come to you in that form, that time. So he says, Chetasa sarva karmani maisanyasya matpara. Whatever you have done, offer it back to me with full awareness. Buddhi yoga upashritya, having controlled yourself with your intellect, depending on your intellectual ability, machitta satatam bhava. Always have your mind on me. Then I will also be having my view to you. He said in 22nd sloka of 9th chapter, Ananyas chintayanto mam ye janah paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam mohamyam. Not ordinary thing. If you depend on me, I will look after you in full. I will never let you down. I will see to you. You can see me working with you. That is what he is saying. And what would happen? If buddhi yoga upashritya machitta satatam bhava, having your intellect under your control, always think of me. And he said it again in the 6th and 7th slokas of 12th chapter. What are they two? Can anyone remember? Sixth and I will tell you. Don't you will never miss it.
ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि
ये तु
सन्न्यस्य
सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्परा अनन्येनैव योगेन मां ध्यायन्त उपासते तेषामहं समुद्धर्तां मृत्युसंसारसागरात्. I will lift him from the mrityu samsara sagarat at the earliest he had promised. Those two you can note there. So that will happen and you will come back to me. So you started from me, you have come back to me. That is the end of perfect life. So underline that shloka also. What we have to do is we must offer all that we did. Here I also add, sometimes we did the bad. A human being is a human being. He is neither a god nor a demon. He is in the middle. Maybe we are born to do something like Kaikeyi to send Rama out to the forest. Possibilities. Therefore, whatever you have done, offer it back. Say, finish. And then, Machitta Satatambhava. Have mind on me continuously. What would happen, he will say in the next shloka. So we can recite this. Chetasa sarvakarmani
चेतसा सर्वकर्माणि
mai sanyasya matparaha
मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्परः
buddhiyogamupashritya
बुद्धियोगमुपाश्रित्य
मच्चित्त सततं भव
मच्चित्तः सततं भव
चेतसा सर्वकर्माणि
चेतसा सर्वकर्माणि
मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्परः
मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्परः
बुद्धियोगमुपाश्रित्य
बुद्धियोगमुपाश्रित्य
मच्चित्त सततं भव.
मच्चित्तः सततं भव.
What would happen to me if I have my mind continuously on God, set on God? So whatever I do for Him. Whatever I do, I offer it back to Him after having done my job. What would happen? Machitta sarvadurgani matprasadat tarishyasi. Underline this shloka, one of the greatest assurance Krishna gives at the end of Bhagavad Gita to every listener of Bhagavad Gita. Machitta sarvadurgana. If you have your mind on me, all your difficulties you will overcome with my anugraha. Matchitta sarvadurgani matprasadat tarishyasi. With my blessings, you will overcome every difficulty in your life. Isn't this promise enough for us to say that Bhagavad Gita is ultimate resort of mind? It should be. I usually say that we have got what's called a spiritual tourism. Where can I get ultimate peace? We go here and there, here and go, study him, study him. Studying is not bad. But you will never get it until you come to Bhagavad Gita. That's what I say. Machitta sarva durgani. All your Durga means fort. All your fort of worries. Mat prasadat tarishyasi. With my blessings you will overcome all difficulties, all troubles, all problems. Arjuna has the greatest problem which he will overcome if he surrenders to Krishna. We must not forget Arjuna as long as we are dealing with Bhagavad Gita. It is not told to a man who is sitting on the mountains of Himalayas. It is told to a man who has to fight a war immediately after listening this. If we forget this, we will totally misinterpret Bhagavad Gita. Machitta sarodurgani matprasadat tarishyasi. If you have your mind on me continuously, you will overcome all difficulties of your life. Sarva Durgani, all difficulties, all hardest problems, Mat Prasada Tarishyasi. With my blessings, you will overcome. Beautiful, most beautiful assurance. Machitta Sarva Durgani Mat Prasada Tarishyasi. If you have your mind on me, you will overcome all difficulties in this life, which you may get in the process of going to the end of the journey. That is the highest promise given in the first line. What if I do not do that? The very next line says, if you don't do that, I can't help you. Atachetu mahankarat na shoshyasi vinangshasi. If with your ego, that I am the fighter, Arjuna feels, I am the doer, don't want to listen to my advice, you will perish. What can I do? Vinangshasi is you will perish. You will go down. Listen to me, you will come up. Listen to me, I will look after you. Don't listen to me, I don't help you. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvancha mai pashyati. When you remember him, he ought to remember you because in your mind also he is there. If you don't want to remember, Ata cheto mahankara, with your ego, ahankara is there, you can underline that word ahankara. With your ahankara, if you don't want to listen to me, listen to my advice, listen to my words, na shoshyasi vinangshasi. I can't help you, you will perish. So, what should happen to us will be decided by him. If I depend on him, he will look after me. If I don't, it is mine. I must be able to bear. Whatever I do, I have to bear. If I do everything for him, he will look after me. Whatever is good for us, we can take the choice. A beautiful shloka. First line says what his promise is. Second line says what would happen if we don't do his live according to his promise. Machitta sarvo durgani matprasadat tarishyasi. Have your mind on me with my prasad, with my anugraha, mat prasadat, you can underline that one, with my blessings. Tarishyasi, you overcome. You will overcome every difficulty if you do everything for my sake, with my blessings. Mat prasadat tarishyasi. With my blessings, you will overcome every difficulties of your life. Second line, atacheto mahankarat. Even after listening all this advice of Bhagavad Gita, if a man has got ahankara, no, I am the doer, I do everything that I want, shoshyasi vinangshasi. If you do it, if you don't listen to me, shoshyasi means if you don't listen to me, you will get destroyed. You will go to the worse life than this one in the next life. So it is you to decide whether to have liberation, whether to have bondage. Atacheto mahankarat na shoshyasi na kamshasi. With your ahankara, if you don't want to believe what I say, you will be destroyed. You will perish. That is what is going to happen to you. Both choices are given in the very small shloka of the 58th. If you believe me, if you surrender to me, you will overcome every difficulty with my help, because I am there working in you also. If you don't want to believe me, you will be destroyed. You will get destroyed. I don't destroy you. You will get destroyed by yourselves. That's what Krishna has said. I think we can recite the greatest shloka of Bhagavad Gita once again. Let's see. Machitta sarva durgani
Machchitta sarva durgani
matprasadat tarishyasi
matprasadat tarishyasi
atachetvam ahankarat
athachitva mahankaran
nasoshyati vinangshasi
nashroshyasi na vinangshyasi
Machitta sarva durgani
Machchitta sarva durgani
matprasadat tarishyasi
matprasadat tarishyasi
atachetvam ahankarat
athachetva mahankarat
nasoshyasi vinangshasi.
nashroshyasi na vinangshyasi.
There is one great question. How far we are free is a difficult question to answer. Are we free? Are we free? Or are we not free? Can we do whatever we want? Can't we do whatever we want? How free we are? How free will we have got? There is a big question. And if there is no freedom at all for a man to change himself, advice of Bhagavad Gita is a waste. Anyway, man cannot change. Why do you advise him to change? So this question ultimately remains with us. We must try to find out a way out. Yadahankaramashritya nayotseti manyase. Depending on your ahankara, if you think that you don't want to fight back, what Arjuna said in the first chapter. Yadahankaramashritya. Depending on your ahankara, nayotseti manyase. If you think that you are not going to fight, look here, the beauty of Bhagavad Gita. You are born to do a specific job which you will do, whether you like it or not. Kaikeyi did it. And he is saying, Mityesha Vyavasayaste Prakritistvam Niyokshasi. False you can't do. You will have to do what you are born to do. You will do it and die. Mityesha, Mithya means false. It's false, you cannot. You cannot hold on. You are born to do it. Mityesha Vyavasayaste. That is all false. It's very sure. Vyavasayaste means very, very sure that you will do what you are born to do. So this is here that we get a question, how far free we are. If we depend on God, sure He assures us. Can we go there? We must try. If it is impossible to go there is no meaning in advising a man. There is freedom, there is no freedom. How much freedom we have got to change ourselves, we must try and see. Each one of us must try and see for ourselves. The greatest thing that Krishna has been telling to each one of us. Yadahankaramashritya nayotseti manyase. Nayotsya means I don't fight. If according to your ahankara, if you feel that you don't want to fight, mityesha, that's false. Mityesha means false. Mityesha vyavasayaste, that is not true. Prakritistvam niyokshati. Your prakriti will make you do whatever you ought to do. You may receive one arrow from the enemy, two from the enemy. You are born with three gunas in a different form. You are born a Kshatriya. You will fight back whether you like it or not. Whether we like it or not, we are here to do what God has decided to do, decided us to do before we came here. We will have to do it and get lost and go. So, yadhankaramashritya nayotseti manyase. If you depend on your ahankara and say that I am not going to fight, it's not true. It's not true. Mityesha vyavasayaste praktistvam niyokshasi. Your nature will make you fight back. And he has to lift Arjuna, therefore he cannot neglect saying this. You will fight back. He wanted to make him get up. You can go or you cannot fight, you need not fight. It is according to you. He is not allowed, he is not ready to leave Arjuna to take his own decision. You are going to fight. You are born to fight. I am in your forum there to standing as Arjuna to fight, which he said in the 10th chapter. Arjuna is me only. So he is telling Arjuna, you are going to fight. You are going to do your job. Whatever you are born to do, you will do it. You cannot just escape from that. Yadahankaramashritya nayotseti, one of the greatest shlokas. If you depending on your ahankara, if you feel that I am not going to fight, Arjuna, he is saying, that's false. Mityesha. Mithya. Mithya is false. You are determined, you are born to fight. Your prakriti, the rajoguna in you, Yuddha is a rajoguna outcome, we already know. The rajoguna in you will make you fight for to save the dharma. He is not fighting for some bad desires. It is for dharma Arjuna had to fight. It is to establish the truth that he had to fight. Krishna is saying, you are not going to stop it. Your dharma will make you fight it back. Whether you like it or not, you will get to war. You will have to do your job. Yes, I think we can decide. Yadahankaramashritya
यदहङ्कारमाश्रित्य
न योत्स्य इति मन्यसे
न योत्स्य इति मन्यसे
मिथ्येषा व्यवसायस्ते
मिथ्येष व्यवसायस्ते
प्रकृतिस्त्वां नियोक्ष्यति
प्रकृतिस्त्वां नियोक्ष्यति
यदहङ्कारमाश्रित्य
यदहङ्कारमाश्रित्य
न योत्स्य इति मन्यसे
न योत्स्य इति मन्यसे
मिथ्येषा व्यवसायस्ते
मिथ्येष व्यवसायस्ते
प्रकृतिस्त्वां नियोक्ष्यति.
प्रकृतिस्त्वां नियोक्ष्यति.
So your nature will make you do whatever you are born to do, whether you like it or not, you will do it and go. That is the ultimate thing. Swabhavajena kaunteya nibaddha svena karmana. Arjuna, he is telling again, everybody is bound by his duty according to his swabhava, according to his nature. Nibaddhasvena, by your nature you are bound to do this karma. Kartum nechasi yen mohat. In case you are not going to do because of your confusion, karishasya avashopitat. But that will not, you cannot hold to that till the end. You will be bound to do it forcibly. Avashopitat. You will definitely do it. You will fight back. That is why Bhagavad Gita is a personality development training. He promises Arjuna that he will fight back. Even if he says no, no, you cannot say no. It's nature, your nature is that you are going to fight. Get up to fight and succeed. And in the 11th chapter, he also gave the result of what would happen to the war. I have killed Bhishmancha, Dronancha, Jayadratancha, Karna, Antatanyanpi, Yoda, Vila, Maya Hatastwam Jahimam Matista, he said. I have already killed all of them. It only has to happen with your arrows. Just do that. You are nimitta matram bhavasavya sachin. That is what he had said in the 11th chapter. You are here to do. I am only expressing in the form of you to do some work of mine. You can't help it. You have to do what I want you to do. Swabhavajena kaunteya. Kaunteya is name addressed to Arjuna. By the swabhava of every man is bound by his karma. Every man, we have all been decided what I have been born for, what I have to do, when I have to go, when I have to do, what next, everything is decided for us. If we go against it, it is not possible to maintain. One day or the other, we have to do what we are bound to do. Swabhavajena kaunteya nibaddha svena karmana. Kartum nechyasi yen mohat. If you don't want to do the thing that you are born to do because of your confusion, in mohat, if you don't want to do what you are born to do, karishasya avashopitat. Definitely you will do it. You will fight back, you will fight back, you will fight back. That is making Arjuna to get up and fight. That is making us to work in the direction that we have been working for the good of all. Lokasangraha, that is the term Krishna used. Just go on doing whatever possible that you can do to help the Lokasangraha. Do Atma Shuddhi. You work for Atma Shuddhi, Lokasangraha, many things he told us. And conclusion, he said, you will definitely fight back. You will definitely fight back. Swabhavajena kaunteya nibaddha svena karmana. Everybody is by his nature born to do his karma. Kartum nechasi yen mohat. If you don't want to do what you are born to do because of confusion, you can't help it. Karishash avashopitat. Definitely you will do it back. So that is the beautiful awakening of Arjuna by Krishna and awakening us also to do whatever we are to do. I think we can recite. Swabhavajena kaunteya
स्वभावजेन कौन्तेय
nibaddhasvena karmana
निबद्धस्वेन कर्मणा
kartum nechasi yanmohat
कर्तुं नेच्छसि यन्मोहात्
karishashyavashopitat
करिष्यस्य वशोऽपि तत्
स्वभावजेन कौन्तेय
स्वभावजेन कौन्तेय
निबद्धस्वेन कर्मणा
निबद्धस्वेन कर्मणा
कर्तुं नेच्छसि यन्मोहात्
कर्तुं नेच्छसि यन्मोहात्
करिष्यवशोऽपि तत्
करिष्यस्य वशोऽपि तत्
to the prayer.